I guess it was 5 a.m. A homicide had been reported from one of those great big houses up on Sunset. Tomorrow, every front page is going to lead with the story. You see an old-time movie star is involved. Maybe the biggest star of all. But before you read about it, before it gets distorted by those Hollywood piranhas, if you want to know the real facts, you've come to the right party. Let me take you back 6 months. I was at the bottom of the barrel. I'd had a contract back at Fox, but I'd fallen foul of Darrow. Now I'd had a date at Paramount, along with about 1,000 other writers. If this didn't come up roses, I'd be covering funerals back in Dayton, Ohio. So I played Hollywood roulette, along with all the other no-hopers. I have an appointment, Mr. Sheldrake.
Name?
Gillis, Joseph Gillis.
Okay.
Joseph C. Gillis?
No.
What?
I'm Joseph D. Gillis, Joseph C.'s cousin.
Well, you can tell your cousin we're repossessing his car. He's way behind on his payments.
Give us the keys.
Sorry, but I'll be sure and tell cousin Joseph to shape up.
Authorized personnel only.
Hi there, Myron.
How's it hanging?
I've got a date with Sheldrake.
I'm shooting a western down at Fox.
How can you work with Darrow?
We should talk.
Gotta run, let's do lunch.
Hi, Mr. Gillis.
You look great.
I'm up for an audition.
Sheldrake is driving me insane.
Don't forget me when you're casting.
We should talk.
Gotta run, let's do lunch.
Morning, Joanna.
Hi there, Myron. How you doing?
How's it hanging?
I got a date with
I'm
Sheldrake.
up for an audition. I have a 10:15 with him.
Western down at Fox.
Try not to keep you waiting.
When you're casting.
We should talk.
Gotta run.
Gotta run,
Let's do lunch.
Hello, it's Sheldrake.
I am Mary.
Where have you been hiding?
Are you shooting?
Get me that bastard Nolan.
I've got a date with
I'm trying to
Sheldrake.
make my mind up.
I'm up for
Sheldrake is never off the phone.
Should you undo our thoughts?
Great to hear you, Nolan,
I
sweetheart.
was just out of line.
We should talk.
Gotta run.
And your script.
Let's do lunch.
Morning to where you been hiding.
Catherine.
Hanging its weather. What are you doing?
I'm trying to make my mind up.
It won't work.
I got a date with Sheldrake.
Who wants to see that rando kid?
I have a 10 scene with him. I've got a big Broadway show.
Thought you had a deal with Darrow.
I know just how to
We
lie.
should talk.
We should talk.
Gotta run. Let's do lunch.
Never eat lunch.
Let's do lunch.
So what the fuck brings you here?
You wanted to see me.
Did I? Any idea what about?
I sent you an outline.
You did. I never saw it. Nobody told me anything.
Bases loaded. It's all story.
So pitch.
No, it's about a rookie shortstop that's batting .347. The poor kid was once mixed up in a holdup, and now he's trying to go straight
Wait a
on.
minute, I think I have read this. Could somebody out there bring me whatever we have on
Bases loaded.
bases loaded? They tell the kid he has to throw the World Series, am I right?
Yeah, pretty hot for it over at 20th.
Good.
Listen, Mr. Sheldrake, can you let me have $300 as a personal loan? I've been grinding out original stories 2 a week for months now. Maybe they're not original enough. Maybe they're too original.
The finest things in the world have been written on an empty stomach.
Yeah, but it's not my stomach I'm worried about. It's my car. If I lose that in this town, it's like having my legs cut off.
Here's that base's loaded material, Mr. Sheldrake. I made a 2-page synopsis of it for you, but I wouldn't bother to read it.
Why not?
It's just a rehash of something that wasn't very good to begin with.
Meet Mr. Gillis. He wrote it. This is Miss Kramer.
Schaefer. Betty Schaefer. And right now I'd like to crawl into a hole and pull it in after me.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gillis. I just couldn't see the point of it. I think pictures should at least try to say a little something.
Oh, I see. You're one of the message kids. I expect you'd have turned down Gone with the Wind.
No, that was me.
And I guess I was disappointed. I've read some of the stories you wrote for the magazines, and I thought you had some real talent.
Yeah, well, that was last year. This year I felt like eating.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Gillis.
Not as sorry as I am.
Looks like Daryl's got himself a baseball picture.
Have you got anything at all? Additional dialogue? Anything?
Something may come up, I'll keep you in mind.
But I need it now.
I'm sorry, Gillis. There's nothing.
I'll come to get your knife back? It's right here, right between my shoulder blades there.
You wrote a story a couple years back about a teacher. Title something to do with windows.
Blind window.
I really liked it.
You're making me feel all warm and runny inside.
Maybe I can get Sheldrake to option it.
I doubt it. He likes movies with great weather and happy endings.
Why don't you let me try? Let's get together.
That's what they all say.
I'll be at Schwab's on Thursday. I'm always there around 6 o'clock.
I gotta check my diary.
We should talk.
I gotta run.
What's the rush?
See those gorillas?
Yes, what about them?
Do me a terrific favor. Show me a back way out of here.
If you agree to Thursday.
Done.
We should talk.
Gotta run, let's do lunch.
This way.
and wipe your feet.
Max, tell him to wait.
You heard. If you need my help with the coffin, call me.
Hey, wait a minute.
Any laws against burying my chimpanzee in the garden?
I wouldn't know.
I don't care anyway. No more wars to fight. White flags fly tonight. You are out of danger now. Battlefield is still, wild poppies on the hill. Peace can only come when you surrender. Hear the rockets fly, lighting up the sky. But I'll fight on to the end. Let them send their armies, I will never bend. I won't see you now till I surrender. I'll see you again when I surrender. Now don't you give me a fancy price just because I'm rich.
Lady, you've got the wrong man. I had some trouble with my car. I just pulled into your driveway.
Get out.
Okay. And I'm sorry you lost your friend.
Get out of here.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Or shall I call my servant?
Aren't you Norma Desmond? You used to be in pictures. You used to be big.
I am big. The pictures that got small. There was a time in this business you wouldn't remember. We had the eyes of the whole wide world. But that wasn't good enough for those Einsteins in the front office. They wanted the ears of the world as well. So they took all the idols and smashed them. The Fairbanks, the Gilberts, the Valentinos. They trampled on what was divine. They threw away the gold of silence when all they needed was this face of mine.
Don't blame me. I'm just a writer.
With one look, I can break your heart. With one look, I play every part. I can make your sad heart sing. With one look, you'll know all you need to know. With one look, I touch everyone. With one glance, I eclipse the sun. Take a look and you will see why the world watches me. No words can tell the stories my eyes tell. Watch me when I frown. You can't write that down. You know I'm right. It's there in black and white. When I look your way, you'll hear what I say. Yes, with one look, I put words to shame. just one look sets the screen aflame. Silent music starts to play. One tear in my eye makes the whole world cry. With one look, they'll forgive the past. They'll rejoice I've returned at last to my people in the dark. Still out there in the dark. Silent music starts to play. With one look, you'll know all you need to know. With one look, I'll ignite a blaze. I'll return to my glory days. They'll say no más back at last. This time I'm staying for good. I'll be back where I was born to be. With one look, I'll be Now go. Just a minute. Did you say you were a writer?
That's what it says in my driver's license.
And you've written pictures?
Sure have.
Come over here. I want to ask you something. Just what sort of length is a movie picture these days?
Depends.
I wrote this. It's a very important picture.
Looks like 6 very important pictures.
It's for DeMille to direct.
Oh, yeah? Will you be in it?
Of course. What do you think?
Oh, just asking. I didn't know you were planning a comeback.
I hate that word. It's a return.
Well,
I want you to read it.
You shouldn't let another writer read your stuff. He may steal it.
I'm not worried. Max, sit down.
Yes, madame.
Bring something to drink. I said sit down. It's the story of Salome, the woman who was all women. Salome, what a woman, what a part. Innocent body and a sinful heart, and flaming hair its lust, but secretly loving a holy man. Nobody can play her like I can.
Well, I had nothing urgent coming up. I thought I might as well skim it. It's fun to see how bad writing can be. This promise to go to the limit.
There's so many great scenes, I can't wait. A boiling cauldron of love and hate. She ties with Herod till he's putty in her hands. He reels tormented through the desert sand.
It sure was a real cheery setup, the wind wheezing through that organ. Max shuffling around and a dead ape dumped on a shelf, and her staring like a gorgon.
They drag the Baptist up from the jail. She dances the dance of the 7 hills.
was time for some comedy relief. The guy with the baby casket must have seen nothing to that chimp. Shame it was too late to ask it.
Have you got to the scene where she asks for his head? If she can't have him living, she'll take him dead. They bring in his head on a silver tray. She kisses his mouth, it's a great screenplay.
It got to be 11, I was feeling ill. What the hell was I doing? Melodrama and sweet champagne, and a garbled plot from a scrambled brain, but I had my own plot brewing. Just how old is Salome?
16.
I see.
Well,
It's fascinating.
of course it is.
Could be it's a little long. Maybe the opening's wrong, but it's extremely good for a beginner.
No, it's a perfect start. I wrote that with my heart. The riverbank, the Baptist, and the sinner.
Shouldn't there be some dialogue?
I can say anything I want with my eyes.
It could use a few cuts.
I will not have it butchered.
I'm not talking limb from limb. I just mean a little trim. All you need is someone who can edit.
I want someone with a knack, not just any studio hack. And don't think for a moment I check credit. When were you born?
December 21st. Why?
I like Sagittarians. You can trust them.
Thanks.
I want you to do this work.
I'm a writer at my peak. I make 500 a week.
I'll pay well if I decide to take you.
I'm sure there's something here, but is it good for my career?
Don't be a fool. A chance like this could make you. Don't you worry about money, mister. I'll make it worth your while.
Well, it's getting kind of late.
Are you married, Mr.?
The name is Gillis. Single.
Where do you live?
Hollywood. Altonito Apartments.
You'll stay here.
I'll come back early tomorrow.
Nonsense. There's a room over the garage. Max will take you there. Max,
Yes, madame.
take Mr. Gillis to the guest room. We'll begin at 9 sharp.
I made the bed up this afternoon.
Oh, thanks. How did you know I was going to stay?
There's soap and a toothbrush in the bathroom.
Hey. She's quite a character, isn't she? That Norma Desmond.
Once you won't remember if you said Hollywood, as was the face you'd think of. A face on every billboard. In just a single week, she'd get 10,000 letters. Men would offer fortunes for a bloom from her corsage, or a few strands from her hair. Today, she's half forgotten, but it's the pictures that got small. She is the greatest star of all. And you can't imagine the way fans sacrifice themselves to touch her shadow. There was a Maharaja hanged himself with one of her discarded stockings. She's immortal, caught inside that flickering light beam is a youth which cannot fade. But as a living legend, I've seen so many idols fall. She is the greatest star of all.
When he'd gone, I stood looking out of the window a while. There was the ghost of a tennis court with faded markings and a sagging net. There was an empty pool where Clara Bow and Fatty Arbuckle must have swum 10,000 midnights ago. And then there was something else. The chimp's last rites, as if she were laying a child to rest. Was her life really as empty as that?
You're Joe Gillis.
You must be Betty's boyfriend.
We're getting married sometime soon.
Oh, well, congratulations.
There she is, and she has some great news.
Evening, Betty.
Mr. Gillis,
What are we celebrating?
Sheldrake's the past you're looking at. Mr. DeMille's assistant.
Cecil B.
Cecil B.
That's great news.
Thanks, but that's not what we're here for. Let's talk about blind windows. Have you had time to give some thought to changing it for the movies?
Yes, I have.
Okay, shoot.
Let me think. Girl meets boy. That's a safe beginning.
Is this a western? I love those wide rolling plains.
No, it's not. They live in the city.
Then it's a thriller. The sidewalk gleams when it rains. Or how about a brilliant pianist? Every time the full moon's on the rise, he can't play without a shot of virgin's blood.
Thanks a lot. Be sure to leave your number.
You'll think of something. I'll see you opening night.
Girl meets boy. That's what you were saying.
She's a young teacher. He's a dirt farmer.
It sounds kinda right.
It won't sell. These days they want glamour. Fabulous heiress meets handsome Hollywood heel. Problem is, she thinks he's a dentist. Would you believe it? A wedding in the last reel.
It doesn't have to be so mindless. You should write from your experience. Give us something really moving, something true.
Who wants true? Who the hell wants moving? Moving means starving. and true means holes in your shoe.
No, you're wrong. They still make good pictures. Stick to your story. It's a good story.
Okay, Miss Schaefer, I give it to you.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. I've given up writing myself, so you write it.
I'm not good enough to write it on my own. I thought we could write it together.
Can't. I'm all tied up.
Couldn't we work evenings? 6 o'clock in the morning, I'll come to your place.
Look, Betty, it can't be done. It's out. I'm sorry.
Okay. One last thing. Mr. DeMille's giving a New Year's party at Paramount, stage 18 on the set of Samson and Delilah. Will you come?
Sure. I may have given up writing, but I can always use a free meal.
But I reserve the right to badge you a little more about this project of ours.
Okay. I've always been very liberal with advice. Write this down. I'll give you some ground rules. Plenty of conflict, but nice guys don't break the law. Girl meets boy, gives herself completely. And though she loves him, she keeps one foot on the floor.
No one dies except the best friend. No one ever mentions communists. No one takes a black friend to a restaurant.
Very good. Nothing I can teach you. We could have had fun fighting the studio.
Yes, Mr. Gillis, that's just what I want.
Where have you been?
Out? I assume I can go out when I feel like it.
Madame is extremely agitated. Earlier this evening, she wanted you for something, and you could not be found.
Well, that's tough.
Don't think you understand, Mr. Gillis. Madame is extremely fragile. She has moments of melancholy.
Why? Because of her career? She's done well enough. I mean, look at all the fan mail she gets every day.
I wouldn't look too closely at the postmarks if I were you.
You mean you send them?
Will you be requiring some supper this evening, sir?
No. And Max,
Sir?
I don't know that I'm very happy about this whole arrangement. I thought it was pretty sneaky the way you brought all my stuff over from my apartment without consulting me. Now you tell me I'm supposed to be a prisoner here?
I think, sir, perhaps you had better make up your mind to abide by the rules of this house. That is, if you want this job.
I worked my way through the script. I hacked my way through the thicket. A maze of fragmented ramblings by a soul in limbo. She hovered there like a hawk, afraid I'd damage her baby.
What's that?
I thought we might cut away from the slave market.
Cut away from me?
Norma, they don't want you in every scene.
Of course they do. What else would they have come for?
The house was always so quiet. Just me and Max and the organ. No one phoned and nobody ever came. I couldn't breathe in that room. It was so full of Norma Desmond. And there was only one kind of entertainment on hand.
So many roads still unexplored. We gave the world new ways to dream. Somehow we found new ways to dream. Joan of Arc, look at my face. Isn't it strong? There in the dark, up on the screen, where I belong, we'll show them all nothing has changed. We'll give the world new ways to dream. Everyone needs new ways to dream.
I didn't argue, why hurt her? You don't yell at her, sleepwalker, or she could fall and break her neck. She smelled of faded roses. It made me sad to watch her as she relived her glory. Poor Norma, so happy, lost in her silver heaven.
They can't see where the future lies. They don't recognize a star.
In December, the rains came, right through the roof of my room above the garage. So she had me moved to the main house, to what Max called the room of the husbands. On a clear day, the theory was you could see Catalina. And little by little, I worked through to the end of the script, at which point I might have left. Only by then, those two boys from the finance company had traced my car and towed it away.
Well, today's the day.
What do you mean?
Max is going to deliver the script to Paramount.
You're really going to give it to DeMille?
I've just spoken with my astrologer. She read DeMille's horoscope, she read mine.
Did she read the script?
DeMille is a Leo, I'm a Scorpio. Today's the day of closest conjunction.
Well, that's all right then.
Max, see that this goes to Mr. DeMille in person.
Very good, madame.
Well,
Great day.
it's been real interesting.
Yes, hasn't it?
I want to thank you for trusting me with your baby.
Not at all. It is I who should thank you.
So will you call me and let me know when you have some news?
Call where?
My apartment.
You can't possibly think of leaving now, Joe.
The script is finished.
It's
Norma.
just the beginning, Joe. It's the first draft. I can't possibly think of letting you go. I need your support. You'll stay on full salary, of course.
No, it's not the money. course. I'll stay until we get some sort of reaction from Paramount.
Thank you, Joe. Hurry up, that birthday boy will be here soon. This is a surprise celebration. I hope you've remembered everything I said. I want to see a total transformation. Some derby hats to Russian lambskin slippers. And shoes.
Queens are jolly good.
So clean slats,
Bathing costumes, aqualungs, and flippers. We equip the chosen few of movie lads. We are at the peak of our profession. Your shiny toe caps to your headbands. Conceal your belt. Our clothes will make a lasting impression. We have long johns. We have briefs.
Run away.
We have Irish haircuts.
What do you care? We have hand stitched cotton waistcoats with artificial teeth.
From Colby's, we have house tools.
We have dog's tooth.
Yes, every little tooth.
And a simply marvelous coat made of vicuna.
Expensive.
But you cannot beat vicuna.
Do you think we would have forgotten? Come on, Joe, we've got a big surprise for you.
What size are you?
But what you like, it's all been paid for.
I don't want you buying any clothes for me.
These clothes are free.
These are not the kind of clothes I'm made for.
I am sick to death of that same old filling station shirt and that boring baggy jacket stained with yesterday's dessert.
I don't have to go to premieres, I'm never on display. You seem to forget that I'm a writer. Who cares what you wear when you're a writer?
I care, Joe, and please don't be so mean to me.
Okay, all right.
I want you looking nice for my New Year's party.
I've been invited somewhere else on New Year's Eve.
But that's our night.
I always see the New Year in with Artie.
We have caps, we have capes, in a most unusual shape.
Fancy shapes, big and midgets. We do outsize and formal wear for A's. We dress G-men, we dress He-men, and Seamen now and then. We guarantee a lasting impression. Yes, our clothes make a lasting impression. This one's made in lamb's wool, it's very fine. But really, sir, if you don't mind me saying, just slip on the cashmere, it's another world.
Makes perfect gifts.
Why not have the best, the ladies paying?
Here's a brogan leather, it's very strong. But really, sir, if you don't mind me saying, our calfskin model wafts your feet to paradise.
They come with lifts.
And why not have the best, the ladies paying?
Here we have the camel hair, it's very nice. But really, sir, if you don't mind me saying, just feel the vicuna, it's a different class. And why not have the best, the ladies paying?
We have top hats, we supply the frills of
We
ways.
sell the pays.
Morning suits and evening dress for fashionable males.
Single-breasted, double-breasted, and triple-breasted too. We guarantee a lasting impression. Yes, our clothes make a lasting impression.
With this chiffon scarf, I can be anyone. A Russian spy, an orphan, or a sailor. I can play the Virgin Mary, or Attila the Hun, or a flame-haired vamp from Venezuela.
We equip the chosen few of movie lads. Our clothes will make a lasting impression. If you need a hand to shake, if there's a prize you want to take, if there's a soul you're out to capture, or a heart you want to break, if you want the world to love you, well then, for heaven's sake, you have to make a lasting impression. You have to make a lasting impression. You have to make a lasting impression.
I try to make a lasting impression. Happy New Year. Here.
Norma, I can't take
Oh,
this.
shut up. Open it up. Read what it says.
Mad about the boy?
Yes. And you do look absolutely divine.
Well, thank you.
I had these tiles put in, you know, because Valentino said it takes tiles to tango. Come along.
Oh, no, not on the same floor as Valentino.
Follow me. Don't lean back like that.
Yeah, it's those feathers.
Ring out the old, ring in the new, a midnight wish to share with you. Your lips are warm, my head is light. Were we alive before tonight? I don't need a crowded ballroom. Everything I want is here. If you're with me, next year will be the perfect year.
Before we play some dangerous game, before we fan some harmless flame, we have to ask if this is wise, and if the game is worth the prize. With this wine and with this music, how can anything be clear? Let's wait and see. It may just be the perfect year.
It's New Year's Eve and hopes are high. Dance 1 year in, kiss one goodbye. Another chance, another start. So many dreams to tease the heart. We don't need a crowded we will embrace the perfect year.
What time are they supposed to get here?
Ooh,
The other guests?
there are no other guests, just you and me. I'm in love with you. Surely you know that.
Oh, I'm the wrong kind of guy for you. You need a big shot. Someone with polo ponies, a Valentino.
What you're trying to say is you don't want me to love you. Is that it?
Max!
Sure.
Get me a taxi! I had to get out. I needed to be with people my own age, to hear the sound of laughter and mix with hungry actors, underemployed composers, nicotine poisoned writers, real people, real problems, having a really good time.
I knew you'd come. You're welcome.
Where'd you borrow that monkey suit from? Adolph Monsieur?
Close, but no cigar.
You're at a real lucky table, Joe. I hope you know that. Every single one of us is gonna make a breakthrough next year.
We'll introduce you.
My resolution is to land me a juicy part. 51's gonna be the start of a dazzling career.
I want just one thing in my stocking or in the mail. I don't care if I land in jail. I'll have big to mature. Now I need to tell you my intentions are pure. Just an apartment with no roaches and no dry rot, where the hot water comes out hot. That's my Hollywood dream.
My resolution is to write something that gets shot with approximately the plot I first had in my head. But we get rewritten even after we're dead.
It's a year to begin a new life. Buy a place somewhere quiet, somewhere pretty. When you have a young kid and a wife, then you need someplace green far from the city. It's a rambling old house with a big apple tree and a swing for the kid and a hammock for me.